Okay, some more June 6th fights. These fights happened all so quick. I didn't have a ton to say about them. Like that one is just like, man, death stick, da 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 da. But I wanted you guys to see him anyway. Again, death stick, death stick. Good. I like Velkhana not giving up here. Yep. This was fun because I liked that they both were disabled for this fight. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. I don't know, enjoyed is the right word. Was fascinated by, maybe. We'll slow down, you can see. And a draw cut. Nice draw cut. The last fight's the one I wanted you guys to see. I think I'm gonna let you guys watch the whole fight before I slow it down. So and then I'll go back and show it to you. So that way you can see it in real time and then the commentary. There you go. Okay, so we'll go back to the start of that fight. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay. Slow down the playback speed and go. Okay. Come up a little bit. Okay, that was one thing I did notice. I like the setup for both of them right here. So right now, toe-to-toe, dominance is equal for the most part. But look at their offhands. I like that Varron's is out there. It's well addressed. It's inside his line of sight. He knows exactly where his offhand is. And he's prepped for the strike that, I mean, we've seen so often from him, and it's this up and in here strike. So Varron's setup is really, really nice. Velkhana, look at his sword arm. Like, that's exactly how we teach people to do it. Like, the pommel is out away from the hip, just like by a fist length. That arm is in that nice squared position. The tip prepped and ready. Like, that is such a beautiful setup for Velkhana. Like, so good. And I like that his offhand is out here. It's not like crooked like Varron's is, but it is addressing exactly Varron's setup. And I actually really, really like the parallels of their blades too, because they're equally addressed. So I did like that setup. We'll come through space and time. I liked this approach, address the scary thing, because it does make Varron step back. He's tapped the sword, so he knows where it is in space. It sets him up for a nice clean strike right here. Doesn't land it. That's okay. Nice offhand. Just because his offhand was there, it kept it away. You can see the flex in the blade. Nice little bounce. I love it when you can see this stuff. Okay, doesn't work. That's fine. Retreat. And reset. Again, back to almost the same setup. Not quite. The swords aren't parallel. Strike at the wrist. Little hilt blocking there from Velkhana. Nice strikes. Trying to come in for both of them. Oh, look at that. That offhand is so nice. Oh my gosh. Okay. And there. That one was a little hard to see, but there it is. It didn't run across. That's what makes sense. Okay. So Varron gets the kill on the back. It was almost across his belly from Velkhana. So close. All right, we'll bring it up to speed. Play the fight. All right. Varron versus Ulvade. Watch the whole fight, and then we'll go back. So rude. I like that Varron switches when he takes someone's hand, their dominant hand. He'll always switch to his left hand. All right. Go back there. on speed and play. There, I like that. Okay. So, let's see. Let me show it to you. Okay. So we're both left-handed now. And I really like that Veron's whole sword is just, he keeps it on the line that he wants. So he just presses against Olvade's sword, keeping it where he wants it this whole time. He like almost never lets it go. And then he just lays on top of it like this, prepping. So he like laid on top of it with the back of his hand almost. So it's flat. It's laying flat on the top of Olvade's sword. But like we talk about side to side dominance a lot, but look at the up and down dominance that Veron's just gained. And so now all he has to do is rotate his left wrist so that he's palm face down for the strike if he wants to. Olvade flips out because his point control is really good, but he tries it again. He lays down on top of the sword and strike. And you can see that he's rotated his wrist up right now. So he did exactly what he wanted to do. So we'll pull it back. So he's laying flat down on the sword again, and then he's just going to rotate the wrist over and stab in. Dink. Little rotation, and he's faster than Olvade for the kill. It's nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. So scary. Little subtle steps. Hoppity, 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 and strikey strikes. Okay. So, come back to that. Slow down. Okay. And go. I like Veron's footwork in this, and that's what we're going to talk about the whole time. Well, and Edward's footwork too. I like that Edward can sense right the second he's in danger. Little strike of the wrist, actually that's a 6 block. We're going to look at that. It's a very, very subtle 6 block. Dink. Keep going. Yep, you can even see him rotate it right there. I'll show you again, just so you know. Like when we teach the 6 block, we're like, rotate it all the way into your hip, but it doesn't have to be that far. Little backhand rotation of it. Bug flying across the screen. There. His quillions were upright, and then he rotated them this way, blocked with that little 6. Doesn't have to be super fancy. Okay. So the feet are the dangerous thing. Veron's too close, doesn't like it, so Edward's gonna go away with your feet. Just little tap. And if you get it, great. If you don't, da-da-da. But it does scare Veron. Hops back, he even does a little hippity-hoppity. Dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm nervous. And then, okay, so he's going to do a flow-through step with his left foot. Okay. And then he'll do a flow-through again. Or a slip step. They're called slip steps. So slip step through his stance. Look at the toe pop. I love the toe pop, popping straight at his opponent, right where he wants to step. Very pretty. Nice little lunge. We don't land it, which is fine, but the lunge doesn't extend over the toe. It's right in that L position. And before his knee can bend over his toe, he's already slip stepping with that left foot again. So it doesn't quite get all the way through. Never mind. I was wrong about the slip step. Hang on. Okay. Step. Back it up. Lunge again. Look at how he lands. It's so pretty. Now we're going to do a swoop because he's trying to support the attack, but he doesn't want his... So the reason why he chooses a swoop step here, and the swoop step is just around like this. The reason he chooses the swoop step over the flow through or the slip step is because he wants the sword to stay here he doesn't, so he's going to keep the sword in place and move his body around it to support any future attacks or blocks. If he had slipped through, if he had stepped through, then his whole upper body would have gone with it and the sword would have been too close. So I like that he chose the swoop step in this because it makes it so he can close distance with his body, but not necessarily the sword. And he does get to kill. It's staple through Edward's shoulder, if you were paying attention. So I really like this. We're gonna watch this footwork again. So okay, it's always footwork for the win. Okay, we're scared. We address it. 6 block. Edward backs up. We don't like where Varon's standing. Makes us nervous. And strike that toe to back him up. Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity. Lunge. Don't go over the toe. Back up the step. Swoop step around. And strike. And end with your offhand up here where the thread is. Ugh, so pretty. All right, that should be the end of that. Nope, one more. Nope, that is the end of that. Okay. Yeah, that's it.